Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live stream Tuesday. I hope you guys had a great weekend and your week has started okay as well. So, a big hello to you guys in the live chat room. I'll get you guys up on screen so we can see who's in the house tonight. We have Chris and Billy, Jennifer, Renee, Vince, and going through too quickly here. Stan, Deborah, Lisa, Patrick, Paul, Susan and Dennis are in the house. Carla's going through as well. And just B. Beverly, Lynn, and then Pamela's in there as well. Lots of people going through twice. So, hello guys, thank you for joining me tonight and for being in that very early bird crew when I start just setting everything up. There are a few of you in there, so thank you for joining really early on. And let me get the names of my patrons up on screen as well because they make this possible in the first place. A massive thank you to these guys at the bottom of the screen. Their names go across the screen during all of the live streams. And if you do want to get involved yourselves, head over to patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, and then you can have your name at the bottom of the screen. And they really are the foundation of the channel. So a huge thank you to these people who do also pop up in the PayPal window and the Super Chat window as well, and the Super Chat donations. But let me just get the little donation thing up on screen so you guys have a level playing field. You know where percentages go and all that kind of stuff. So, if you can leave a thumbs up as you come through the door, that would be much appreciated. Tonight we are aiming for 255 likes in order to have a pick roulette next week, and we are at the moment at 96 likes. So if we can have an early spike of the likes, that would be much appreciated, and we are going to be having a pick roulette later tonight as well on the show. So we will be having a very lucky winner, and if we're really lucky, tonight's going to be the first night where we have the t-shirt on that pick roulette wheel. So, if we land on that, it means that somebody's going to be winning a custom Wings of Pegasus t-shirt. But we will see. As I said, you've got to be really lucky because it means just, I don't know, it's like maybe a 1 in 100 or something like that chance of landing on that. But we will see. So, thank you everyone who's now coming through the door. If you could hit that thumbs up, that would be great. We're at 107 now. So, just to address the very early donations that we had, and one was from Orlando in the Super Chat window, and these do disappear when we start the live streams, but I have grabbed them. There was a $5 donation, so thank you for that. And the message was, I totally missed the last live stream. I am back. Spike the likes with lots of thumbs up. So thank you for that, Orlando. And let's have a plug of the mug while Orlando says spike the likes. And there it is. So if you want to get your hands on a mug or any merchandise, it's in the tray underneath this video. And there's also a link in the description below if you can't find the tray in this video. I'm not sure how it displays on tablets and phones and all that kind of stuff, but there is a link to the spring.com store. So you can head over there, get yourselves a Wings of Pegasus hoodie like this, or a mug. There's a few different designs of mugs. And there are pint glasses now, and I haven't yet received my pint glass. We are waiting to see who's going to receive their pint glass first, because I know that a few have been ordered, so we are waiting for that. If you do receive a pint glass, then you can take a picture of it, upload it to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook, which is where all the pictures pretty much come from, and that's where Vince and Carla grab them for me to then get them uploaded to the live streams. And we are going to be having a few pictures later on. So I have to make a point of trying to remember to show the pictures, because I almost forgot last time on the last live stream, but then you guys reminded me right before the end. So a big thank you to you guys for doing that. We also had another donation that came in from Ginny. Thank you for that, and this was for $7. And the message was, Phil, I love the sound of old Martin guitars, 12-string Ricks and Jaguars. Can you tell us why some guitars have such a nice sound to them? Thanks. So thank you for that, Ginny, the donation and the question. This is one of those topics that could go on for a very long time discussing it. Most of all because tone and what makes a good tone and what you like the sound of is totally subjective, and everybody likes different things. But generally, I think in Martin guitars they use mostly spruce, and that is pretty much the go-to wood for acoustic guitars. But you also have other woods that you use, like mahogany and rosewood, and they each have different characteristics as to how they sound and how you interpret how they sound. Like I said, it's all subjective. Once you start getting into actually plugging a guitar in and now relying on not the bodywork of the guitar for the sound, but the pickups in the guitar, then there's lots of different makes of pickups. They've all got different well, not personalities, but I guess you could describe it like that. But they've got different sounds in terms of accentuating the middle or the mid-range of a sound, or on a middle pickup. You'll just get such different sounds and tones between different manufacturers of pickups, and then type of pickups with humbuckers and single coils. So yeah, it is really a wide open field of just trying to nail down what people like and what they don't like. As I said, spruce is one of those woods that Martin uses. I think Yamaha use that mostly as well. But then the interesting thing is, when you start looking at electric guitars, of course, now it's not really to do with the body of the guitar, and this is why you'll see lots of electric guitars with just crazy body, like Prince, for example. He had some crazy bodywork going on with his electric guitars, because you're not relying on the body to get you the sound, it's now the pickups. So you have lots of different designs in electric guitar bodies, whereas when you're looking at acoustic guitars, the bodies all look pretty similar because they're all using that same acoustic space, and it's been just tweaked over a very long time, a period of even hundreds of years of getting the right shape for a guitar in order for it to get the nicest tone, the roundest tone possible with just the shape. And then getting into the woods, then you can start to just tweak the sound even more. But anyway, thank you, Ginny, for that donation and the question as well. And I just want to mention that over on the PayPal donations, I know that there have been a few, so thank you guys for that. And we had a very early donation, which was last night, and this is from Marilyn, who has donated £6.38. So thank you for that very early donation in there. I just wanted to bring that up so that we could just be aware that that did happen probably about 24 hours ago. But I will get into the other donations over on PayPal, and in order to get them up to date as well, I just want to see if another one has come in. And there was one that came in from Marty, who has donated £50. So thank you so much for that. And again, that was a lot earlier on. It was actually at 7:30 this morning. So thank you so much for that donation. And I think that then brings us up to now the donations that were made just before the live stream. And Marilyn donated £5. So thank you for this, Marilyn. And the message is: "Hi Phil and everyone, I got my CD in the mail today. Sounds so good." So thank you for that, Marilyn. And that's good that that has arrived safely and the CD's intact. That's always something that I worry a little bit about, with the CD going in transit, maybe getting a little bit damaged, but I do put it in the padded CD size envelopes, so hopefully that they are doing their job, which is good. So thank you for that, Marilyn. And we're just going to jump up as well, because there has been another donation from Marilyn again for £5. Thank you for this follow-up donation to your previous donation. And the message is: "Hi again. After all the years you've played guitar, do you do any hand/wrist exercises? And would you ever consider doing a cover of Every Rose Has Its Thorns by Poison? You would do it justice with a heart." So thank you for that, Marilyn. And in terms of wrist exercises or hand exercises, I've never done them, and it's something that I don't feel like I need to do because of the way that I play the guitar. I know that a lot of people stick with playing with the technique of having the thumb behind the fretboard. I might just grab the guitar just to show you guys, and it is plugged in. It is definitely plugged in. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. But you've got the two different techniques of playing bar chords. And the first one that I'll show, I don't know what the tone's going to be like here. It's kind of crunchy, but it might be okay. Hopefully you guys can hear this. But you have this kind of approach, and when I'm holding the guitar like this, it will look more like a classic technique in terms of playing classical guitar and classical technique, where you have the thumb behind the fretboard. And that means that when you then take your hand away from the guitar, you can see that you can even see the tension in my wrist here. That is the position that's being held. And it's actually more extreme than that. If you're playing electric guitar and don't have it up in the classical position and you're playing it down in your lap, and I do that same shape, and now I show you my hand again, you can see that now it's even more arched over. And even if you just hold your hand in that position and tense it, it already starts to ache a little bit and maybe hurt in the wrist section. So I play guitar because I started listening to Jimi Hendrix. I did start with bar chords, but I pretty much then made the transition from playing with my thumb over the top of the guitar, which means that now when I kind of hold my hand in that position and I show you my hand, it's just a straight wrist. There's no tension going back on itself. So I've never needed to do wrist exercises because after playing, I've never felt like my wrist hurts. And that goes for teaching over 15 years, having multiple students. I used to have about 15 students back to back without a break, which I think was probably highly illegal because you're supposed to have a break. But I worked on behalf of a shop, and obviously the more money we could make for the shop, the better. So you just used to book in loads and loads and loads of students. So I'd have, about on a Sunday, I'd used to go in before the shop even opened. So my first lesson would be at about 7:30 in the morning, and I'd go all the way through till maybe 5:30. And I don't know how many students it was in the row, maybe 15, maybe more than that, I don't know. But I would teach without a break for that many hours, and I would still be okay to then teach the next day. So, and I was teaching all kinds of different songs, different techniques, but I think it's because I had my thumb over the top and also played always lead that way. I wouldn't play lead with the thumb behind. So I've never needed to do it. But if you feel like your hand's hurting and that you need to kind of loosen your wrist a little bit and it is hurting, maybe it might be worth your while. If you feel like you can make the transition over to easier chords for your physiology, for your hand to be able to play, I think it's definitely worth it, because I'm hoping, touch wood, that in the future I'm still not going to have any problems because I'm playing in a way that my hand is not being stressed out. It is literally like just clenching your fist. That's all you're doing when you're playing bar chords. When you play like that, all I'm doing is just clenching my fist, and that applies enough pressure to the strings in order to get a nice clean sound from the chords. And it will be the case that you have to just move your shape around a little bit in order to get that, all of those strings really nice and clean, but there will be a clean position in there. It's just a case of trial and error in order to find it, but eventually you will. But anyway, thank you for that donation, that second donation, Marilyn, and the questions. It's much appreciated here. And Deborah has donated £6.76 as well. Thank you for that. And the message is, thanks for analysing Smelly Cat. After 20 years, it's still not his fault. So thank you for that. And this was the Friends related. If you don't know what this is, Smelly Cat was a song and a performance that they had on the Friends reunion show that was on recently with James Corden, I believe, just interviewing them, also looking at outtakes and all that kind of stuff. There's a performance on there where Lady Gaga joined in, and we had a look at her looking at her guitar. And let me just raise up the guitar again, because she was very much playing with the chords of the E. I don't want this to be kind of too crunchy, it's probably a little bit too distorted, but I've taken a bit of the volume off. But very much looking at, she played it with the bar, with the first finger, and Lisa Kudrow played it with the full kind of fingered chord, 3 fingers, where you'd have that in textbooks pretty much. The first finger is a little bit of a cheat because you have to avoid that high E string. But anyway, and she's really studying each of those positions. And Dan actually linked me to another video where Madonna is playing, and I think she's playing a D, A minor, C, was it? And maybe a G. I can't remember. But she was doing the same, and she just said before the performance that she was literally learning to play the guitar, and she was very nervous of playing in front of people given that she'd just learnt these chords. But it's the same thing that we had in that analysis video on Smelly Cat. And if you wanted those chords, it's just an E, an A, a D, an A, and an E. So that's what we did with that video. But thank you, Deborah, for that donation. And it is one of those songs that does get caught in your head, and it's been in my head since I did that video. So it's now trying to I think once I do another video, then it will move on to having that song in my head. That's pretty much how it works. Whenever I do an analysis video, I always have the song that I'm analysing in my head until I start doing another video. But I've got this feeling that Smelly Cat's just going to stay in my head for a very long time. But anyway, thank you, Deborah, for that. And Sue has donated £20 as well. Thank you for that, Sue. And it is a straight up donation without a message. So thank you for that. And I can see that there have been a couple of donations in that super chat window as well. So thank you guys for that. And stay tuned for that pick roulette. We are going to be having that later on. And there's going to be another kind of announcement that I'm going to make in a second, just after I have addressed these donations in that super chat window, because we have Bod, who has donated £1. Thank you for that, Bod. And hello, any new users in, or any new members in the live chat room with new usernames that I haven't seen before, and Bod is one of those. If you are new to the live streams, just say hi, introduce yourselves. That's what everybody has done to begin with, and then we all get to know each other and have this little community on these live streams on a Tuesday night and a Saturday night. But thank you for that donation. And Mike has donated $5. Thank you for that, Mike. And the message is, Fender used swamp ash, but climate change has endangered them. So thank you for that, Mike. And yeah, this is the other thing that I think a lot of companies are a lot more environmentally conscious now. So if they were using a wood in their guitars, then they have changed over to using something that's a little bit more sustainable. And I know actually that Ibanez is a company that have done that as well. But thank you for that, Mike. And Orlando has donated $5. Thank you for that, Orlando, again. And the message is, BJ Thomas died. No, may the Mississippi native rest in peace, with a crying face. So thank you for that, Orlando. And this is something that I have had a few messages on, BJ Thomas, and I will probably do something analysis-wise very soon, because there have been a lot of requests that have come in. So thank you for those emails and the comments requesting that particular analysis video. And it might be the case, this is the thing that I'm just going to throw in now about the announcement about the live analysis videos that I do on a Wednesday night, because Michael Palmisano, who's a friend of the channel, he does a similar kind of thing. He has situations where in his live streams he then looks at videos, and it seems like from what I've read recently, he was doing a live stream and looked at a particular video, and because of that on the live stream it then kind of disappeared or got blocked, and worse than that, he got an instant copyright strike. And the strikes are serious business. If you get a copyright strike, I mean, even though it is clearly fair use, so it's all above board, it's all legal, but on YouTube now it seems like they've changed their policy where if you feature a song that is going to be copyright blocked, you get a copyright strike. And if you get 3 of those, your channel is deleted and all of your videos are deleted. So it means that if I got a copyright strike for doing a live analysis on something that is copyright blocked, but there's no way of knowing when you are analysing it, I just have a look at the requests. And if that is the case, then I would get a copyright strike, and then 2 more of those, we wouldn't be here anymore. We wouldn't be live streaming. I wouldn't be doing the analysis videos on YouTube. I have mentioned before that over on Patreon, I would still keep, even if YouTube stopped and the channel didn't exist anymore, I would still do the analysis videos and everything that I do here over on Patreon. So that I just move across. And I know that over on Patreon, obviously we have a lot less people in terms of, people watching the videos and getting involved over on Patreon. But if you were looking one day and the channel disappeared, the channel would still exist. It would just appear over on Patreon. And it might be the case that you join up on Patreon and then you still get all of the videos. Under the Spotlight would continue, the analysis videos would continue, and the live streams as well, because I know that they can be hosted on other platforms. And certainly everything that I do here with the live streams, I could just set up another YouTube channel, because I wouldn't be featuring any songs or analysing any songs. So the live streams aren't something that get copyright striked or copyright claimed. The only thing that does get copyright claimed in my videos are my own songs, because I use a third-party publishing company just to keep a check on all of my songs when they're being used over the internet. So yeah, I get a copyright claim on my own live streams for my own songs, but I'm absolutely fine with that because that's just the way it is. Anyway, just to mention that tomorrow night's live analysis, we're not going to be doing live analysis videos anymore, unfortunately, because of this change in policy on YouTube, and it's just too risky to look at a song that could get me an instant strike. It's just not worth taking that risk for just one video on a Wednesday night. So what I'm probably going to do is just go back to doing normal analysis videos on Wednesday nights. And yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to lose that live element to it. But that was the announcement for tonight. So just that you know in advance, because when you upload an analysis video, it's a different process. You upload it and then it goes through a processing period where it's then checked, and if it is checked and then there is a copyright block on that, then your video gets blocked before it even gets out there to the world. So it's just slightly different with live streams, because when you're live and you're streaming something that has a copyright block, obviously it's instant, so YouTube can't analyze it and then it gets blocked. But anyway, that is the way that it is going to work in the future, but I will still keep on making the analysis videos on a Wednesday night. We will do something, just keep every night as it was. It just so happens it won't be a live one. But anyway, thank you for those donations, and Orlando for that one. And we have Joni, who has donated $5 as well. Thank you for that in the super chat window. And there's two hands hitting each other. And then another donation from Joni, who has donated $5 again. And now it's a cat doing a dance. That's what it looks like. So thank you for those donations. And then we have another one that's come in from Bod for £5. So thank you for that. Cream or jam first is the message. So thank you for that. And this must relate to not cream or the jam bands, but probably scones, something that we have here in the UK. And some people call them scones if they're really posh, but I call them scones. And this is the debate whether you put, I think it's a debate, or I hope that this is what it relates to. I don't eat them very regularly, but I would probably like to, because they're very nice. They sometimes have these at Wimbledon, the tennis tournament, and then they have strawberries and cream, or that kind of stuff. But getting towards summer, it is something that people have. They have their cream teas, is what they're called. And you have a scone with, well, I was going to say jam on first and then cream. So maybe some people put the cream on first and then jam, but you have things called clotted cream, and I call it squirty cream. It just comes out of a tin and it squirts. So I just put on jam first and then squirt the cream on top. I hope this is what this relates to, and that's how I have mine. So the cream's on the top, and I just prefer the squirty cream rather than the clotted cream, because I think you get a bit more bang for your buck, because you get a big tin, whereas the other cream, clotted cream, comes in a really small packet sometimes, so you can't just, put loads of it on your scone, whereas I like to have a lot of cream on my scones. If and when, I don't know the last time I had a scone, probably about 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I can't remember, but I will make a conscious effort to have some, because of the fact that whenever something's brought up in the live stream, I end up either eating that said thing, whether it be pizza, Turkish delight, Chinese, and now scones. I always end up to, to just eat everything that's, and it ruins my diet if I'm on a diet at the time. Not that I'm pretty strict with the diets, but I mean in terms of having fast food more than once a week. But I have started exercising. That is the big news as well, that I did my first exercise session, not today, I think it was yesterday. So yeah, hopefully I can keep that going for another 8 weeks, get back in shape, and it's just making time for it. Exercising is one of those things that, unfortunately, with everything going on here on YouTube and just keeping up with emails and everything, exercise is definitely something that's taken a back seat. But I am determined now to get back into it, because I think it's a really important part of life in general, keeping yourself healthy, and I haven't really been doing the exercise part of it. The diet's okay, but yeah, I need to get back into exercising. But anyway, thank you so much for that donation, Bod. We are going to be jumping into tonight's cover video as requested over on Patreon. I'm just going to have a little jump over there, because this is something that I saw Bev made a request for, Parisian Walkways, but also Wanted Dead or Alive. Now, the thing is with Parisian Walkways, with this whole copyright thing going on and doing something that's copyright blocked or claimed, I pretty much want to just see how things go and the lay of the land from a copyright perspective, because I know for a fact that my Parisian Walkways registers as Gary Moore's version, his live version of Parisian Walkways. Even though it's my version of it, it registers as Gary's version, and it's just been, I don't know, tagged that way with the publishing company. So whenever that's played, I think I get a copyright claim on my video. Even though it's my cover of it, it's probably a very close rendition to Gary's version, so it does get tagged as, or flagged as, Gary Moore's version, even though it is definitely my version of doing it. But of course it's Gary, his song and his version of it that I'm playing. So when I say the version, it's because he wrote that with Phil, and it was originally an instrumental, but then Phil Liner added some lyrics to it and it turned it into a song. But anyway, that is the way of it. So I'm going to sidestep the Parisian Walkways request, and I'm going to play, hopefully I've set it up correctly, in order to hear my version of Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. This is an oldie but a goodie in terms of the channel. It's been up quite a while now, but I hope you guys enjoy this. And if you can give that thumbs up, a little strike, that would be great. Give that a click, because we are aiming for 255 likes tonight to get a pick roulette for next week's live stream. So hit that thumbs up, be much appreciated. We'll get a spike of the likes, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock!
Every day it seems like we're wasting away. Another place where the faces are so cold. I drive all night just to get back home, 'cause I'm a cowboy on this steel horse I ride. Wanted, dead or alive. Sometimes I sleep, sometimes it's not for days. The people I meet always go their own separate ways. Sometimes you tell the day by the bottle that you drink. Times when you're alone, when all you do is think. a cowboy on this steel horse I ride. Wanted, dead or alive. I want these streets, a loaded six-string on my back. I play for keeps, 'cause I might not make it back. I've been everywhere, and still I'm standing tall. I've seen a million faces, and I've rocked them all. 'Cause I'm a cowboy on this steel horse I ride. Wanted, dead or alive. Wanted, dead or alive. Wanted, dead or
And there we have it. That was my version of the Bon Jovi classic, Wanted, Dead or Alive. And I feel a little bit of trying to remember how to play that coming on. That's something that I did the other day. I can't remember what it was that I was trying to remember, but I think it came back, whatever it was, eventually. But that's an interesting one to go through, because it's one of those beginner, not quite intermediate kind of songs in terms of changing chords, so we might have a look at that in a second if we have enough time. But just to have a little look into that super chat window, because we've had another donation from Bod for £5. Thank you for that. Again, the message is, "You're wrong," from Devon. Haha. So thank you for that. So obviously in Devon it's the other way round, and I think this is where all of these scones and cream originate. So if they do it like that, then I do it the other way around. It's just my theory is that with the squirty cream that I use, there's got to be a more official word than that, but that's what I call it, in the can. If I was to put that on the scone, the jam I think is going to be heavier than the cream. So then it's just going to push all the cream out and you just end up with a big mess. Whereas if I put on the jam first and then put the cream on top, it just sits on top and it doesn't get squashed. But anyway, it just gets squashed by my mouth, or it goes all over my nose when I put too much cream on. I'm trying to fit it in my mouth because I'm just too greedy and too excited to just eat jam, creams, scones, strawberries, all of that cool summer stuff. But anyway, thank you for that, Bod. And Jeannie R has donated $5. Thank you for that, Jeannie. And the message is, "Hi Phil and Wingers, just wanted to be among friends this day after my little Luna, my Frenchie, got her wings. Listening out for Paris Nord perhaps, with a heart." So thank you for that, Jeannie, for joining us today. And this is it, that we're all friends in the live chat room, and it's such a great place to be. So thank you, moderators, for doing such a great job. And Carla goes through just as I say that, and she goes through again just as I say that again. So Laurie, I think, is about to go through as well. So thank you to Laurie, Carla, and Neil as well, who you'll see moderating. Their names are in blue with a wrench next to their names, and they've been moderating for a very long time. As the amount of subscribers have increased, it's still been the same moderators. So thank you guys for all of your support in that live chat room and your moderating expertise, because they are experts now doing it so regularly. So thank you guys for that. And I can see Neil's going to be going through as well a little bit later on. So thank you for all of the fantastic work you guys do in these live streams. And let me just say that another donation's come in the super chat window from Victor. So thank you for that, Victor. It's for $5, and the message is, "Hello everyone, this is Fire Cover." So thank you for that, Victor. And there has been another donation in the PayPal window, so let me get that up on screen as well. And this is from Lisa, and it's a £5 donation. Thank you for that, Lisa. The message is, aren't you glad to be your own boss now after all the jobs you've had where you worked for hours on end with no breaks? It's great to make your own hours now. So thank you for that, Lisa. And yes, it is good. I'd say that the difference between, when I've had a job before, for example, when I was teaching on a Sunday, pretty much since the age of 19, maybe 20, I've always been doing something music-wise, whether, in the early days of starting a band, it was trying to get band members together, just rehearsing songs, booking gigs, all that kind of stuff, when I was doing covers very early on. And then as I then started to move towards doing original music, then I was getting a band together for that, but then same thing, organising gigs. But you're now in the position of trying to promote yourself and trying to get yourself out on the internet. Like with MySpace, that was the first major kind of band site that was used. So I set up a channel on MySpace, or at least a page, and then you've got other people that you make friends. It was kind of like Facebook, but for musicians. So yeah, when I had the job of teaching, and on a Sunday, I'd just do crazy hours, and that was just the main day, because obviously everyone was off at the weekend, so it meant that was the day that we really worked. So on a Sunday where I just got in early and then finished late, I was still then doing the band stuff when I got home, trying to promote the band, get the names out there, email venues, get CDs made, send them off, all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty much always been a full-time thing. I think the difference with trying to do music, or trying to make it to be independent so that you are now earning all of your money doing your music and being an independent musician, it's not like a job that you do a 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and then you get Saturday off and you get Sunday off, and then you go back to work, and even you finish at 5 and then you've got the evening to do whatever you want, and then you only have to think about work when you start again at 9 a.m. With this, it's pretty much a 24/7 thing. So it means that you make your own hours, but your hours are all of your hours. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, I get into the comments that have happened that night, because obviously I haven't been doing emails while I've been sleeping. So you do all that, then I get everything organized for a video, do research, work out songs, chords, if that's what I'm doing that evening. And what I try and do is commit as much of the research to memory, so that I don't have to kind of look at a different screen, or I can't get through it kind of naturally. I want to be able to just tell everybody about the artist and know it myself, rather than just read it off a screen and not have any knowledge of what happened. So I spend quite a lot of time just committing a lot of stuff about artists that I might not even know an artist when I'm doing that analysis video. I might not have even seen their music or heard their music before. It's rare that happens, but it does occasionally happen. So it means I spend quite a lot of time just getting down things about them as an artist, and also try and get into where they've come from and their journey, because I think once you start to understand their journey, you'll understand more about the artist, the musician, but yeah, you just understand more about them artistically. So anyway, yeah, that's the thing, that when I used to be a personal trainer as well, and I used to wash dishes when I was in my mid to late teens as well, so yeah, I don't miss that job. But pretty much, I think when you've got something that you want to do as a full-time job, when you've got a passion for something, you do that in all of the hours of the day. So it's pretty much every minute of every day you're either thinking about things to do in the future, or you're answering and trying to get emails done and all that kind of stuff. So I would much rather be doing this now, and I'd much rather be doing this 24 hours a day than go back to washing dishes and then have time off. because I think it's so much more rewarding to do something you enjoy, and also having a community of people that you can talk to, and I can join in with you guys on the live streams and interact with you as well. So it's very much a community feel, and something that you don't get with another job. You just have your other employees, which sometimes you might not even get on with them, and then you go home and it's very much a separate thing, whereas here it's kind of all involved and it's all music, and as long as it's music, that's the only thing that matters. So yeah, it's something that is a lot of work. I think some people don't understand the amount of work that does go into it. They probably think that, oh, you just do a video every night for a couple of hours and then you just swan around or swan about for the rest of the day, and you might just do a few videos a week. But it is certainly, when you get up to 100,000 subscribers and beyond, as I discussed with I think that Michael Palmisano video might be on here somewhere, but we discussed, or that might have been something that I didn't put on the channel, but you know, he's one of those guys that he's now, I think, over maybe 200,000, 230,000, around that kind of ballpark in terms of the subscribers. And yeah, I just chatted with him because we kind of keep in touch. I think other channels that have a lot of subscribers, you tend to get to know each other because you know that you're in a unique situation of the amount of messages you're getting, the emails, and just the amount of work it takes to keep everything just ticking along. Just going along normally, let alone coming up with new ideas and pushing forward, it's a hell of a lot of work. It is a 24/7 thing. So for those that have families and kids like Michael does, it's certainly a really testing endeavor to keep a channel like that going. But yeah, I think a lot of people underestimate the amount of work it takes. It is your whole life that it will take over. But thank you, Lisa, for that. I'd much rather it be like this than having to do another job. But thank you, Lisa, for that. And Steve has donated £5 as well. Thank you for that, Steve. And the message is, have you considered an analysis of Davy Graham? He is one of the overlooked founders of fingerstyle guitar. So thank you for that, Steve. And I don't think Davy Graham is on my list, at least when I think about it. His name doesn't pop out at me, so it is one of those that I can add. And thank you for that request, Steve. And I know that another one has come in as well. This is Orlando, again, who has donated £2. Thank you for that, Orlando. And the message is, I am bummed I will not be on tonight's pick roulette wheel. I want another one next week. Spike the likes with lots of thumbs up. So everybody hit that thumbs up, because Orlando wants to be on that wheel next week, and that's the only way it's going to happen. So we are at 198 likes at the moment. Looking for 2 people in that live chat room to hit that thumbs up to get us to 200, and then 255 is what we're aiming for. And time-wise, we've probably got just under half an hour in order to hit this target. So let's have a rush and a spike of the likes, if that is at all possible. Thank you, Orlando, for that donation again. And another one has come in, and this is from Renee, who has donated £4.72. Thank you for that, Renee. And the message is, hi Phil, any idea when the next Under the Spotlight segment will be? It's June now, you know, exclamation mark with a smiley face. So thank you for that. And as I have mentioned in the Under the Spotlight videos, there's a new one every first Sunday of the month. So we are in a new month, so there's going to be one this Sunday, and that's going to be Taj Farrant. So look out for that. Just make a mark on your diary, or just subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tick whatever you need to tick to get notified, because there will be another Under the Spotlight on Sunday, and that's going to be Taj Farrant, who we've had, or at least I've looked at on the channel. I don't think Taj has been on the channel in terms of being featured. I can't remember, but it feels like he has, because I do interact with Taj and his dad quite regularly, and we're maybe going to be doing a live stream together in the future as well. So that's something that we're going to organise. But yeah, Taj will be on this Sunday. And the problem is organising diaries, all that kind of stuff. I know that Taj is super busy, and so is Brandon, his dad, trying to organise everything and trying to meet up at the same time. But we'll be live streaming Saturday night, so I can remind you guys about that on Saturday night before Sunday. But it is this Sunday, another episode of Under the Spotlight, so look out for that. And thank you, Renee, for that question. And we have again Tortoro Porco and Richard, who has donated £3. Thank you for that. And the message is donating to your continued success. So thank you for that, Tortoro Porco and Richard. But thank you everybody for your continued support, because it allows me to just keep moving forward with the channel and keep live streaming and keep the videos coming your way on a daily basis. And the donations definitely do make a huge difference, so thank you for that, not only on YouTube but the PayPal donations as well, because the PayPal donations are very much a kind of percentage split. I think PayPal only take 3 to 5%, so it does make a huge difference, the PayPal donations, but every donation does. And I think if YouTube did stop and then I continued over on Patreon, then it might be something like a membership, a monthly membership thing to get all of the videos, all that kind of stuff. But it's great that I can keep putting the videos out there for everyone to enjoy because of the support that I get from you guys here on the live streams and in the PayPal window, PayPal donations. So thank you guys so much for that and allowing me to do everything on a daily basis. Okay, so the next email that we had coming in is an email through the website, so thank you for that, Beck Z, who's just done that. I don't know if Beck is now tuning into the live chat room, but I have received your email, so thank you for that. And I'm just going to scroll up to the next PayPal donation, which is Marge, who has donated £1.35. Thank you for that. And the message is, are we allowed to watch your version of Parisian Walkways on regular YouTube? I watch that video a lot. So thank you for that, Marge. And yes, you can. That's just copyright claimed, so that's fine. The only thing that has changed is live streaming. So trying to play something that's either copyright blocked or copyright claimed on a live stream, because YouTube can't process it before it's put on YouTube and made available, it might be the case that I get a copyright strike, because playing it live is obviously differently assessed by YouTube, because they can't assess it. It is instant. So it is still available on the channel, so that's absolutely fine, because that has been copyright checked and everything, and it's claimed, but it's still available. It just means that all of the money made from the revenue from the ads on that video goes to the publishing company that own the rights to that, whoever Gary and Phil left in charge of that when they were writing the song, and obviously when they've now sadly moved on, it then passes to whoever they have passed that on to. But thank you, Marge, for that donation. And here we have another donation from Iona. I think this is it. Sometimes when there's an I and an L and they're capitals, it is difficult to make them out. So this might be Ilona. But thank you for this donation of £5.36. And the message is, it is not much, but it comes from the heart. So thank you so much for that, and apologies if I did get your name incorrectly there, Ilona or Iona. Thank you for that donation. And I'm just going to scroll up because there has been another one from Beth, who has popped in there with a £40.43 donation. Thank you for that, Beth. And the message is, hello Phil, greetings Winger, and welcome newbies. Phil, that was gorgeous. I love just you and your acoustic. Thank you, with an exclamation mark and a smiley face in there as well. So thank you for that, Beth. And I can see there's more donations in the super chat window. So thank you guys for this. Orlando popped in with a $2 donation. The message is, Chick-fil-A for dinner tonight. Delicious. So thank you for that. And this is all obviously Orlando's dinner. He's trying to tempt me into having chicken. So thank you for that, Orlando. Very good for working out. So lean protein is what it's all about. Thank you for that, Orlando. Kathleen has donated $10 as well. Thank you for that, Kathleen. And the message is, a fantastic cover of Wanted Dead or Alive. So thank you for the kind words. And Des has donated $20. Thank you for this, Des. The message is, I've been wondering, what is that door behind you? You rock, with lots of rock horns and a heart. So the door behind me, it's just a door. I'm not sure how you describe it. It's got glass in it, because this is outside. It's like a little separate room so that I can escape. and close the room and not disturb anybody. So it just leads out to, I think in the summertime when things get a little bit lighter, if I do an earlier video, you can sometimes see some grass in the background. So yeah, that just leads out to the garden. And yes, it's a very short walk to the house. But yeah, this is a kind of separate entity. It's not soundproof, but it's okay. I don't tend to make a lot of noise in here because the electric drum kit, obviously, you can turn that down, which is an advantage, because if I had a drum kit here, then definitely neighbours would know about it. And just guitar, I don't really need to go super loud with my guitar with the videos because I have my mic right in front of the amp. So here, if I'm playing my guitar, it might sound quite loud over the video, over the live stream, but it's not loud at all. I can easily talk over the top of it in terms of, because the amp's quite far away as well. So yeah, it's not very loud, but I'm not sure what you call these doors. It's just a door with a glass panel in it. I think it's more like a perspex glass thing, maybe double glazed or something like that. But anyway, that's what it is. And the other door has got the blinds, so I can close the blinds if need be, if things get too bright in here. Just try and keep it cool in here as well. Sometimes in the summer when the light comes in, it's good to put those blinds across the door because it stops some of the heat from getting a bit over the top. This will be the first summer that I've had with the carpet in here, so we'll see how hot it gets. We'll have to turn on the air conditioning, but thank you for that donation, Des. And Johnny has donated £2, Johnny Marr, and the message is, have you ever analysed any Johnny Marr? So thank you for that. And I can't remember, I might have or I might not have. If I haven't, I've obviously seen a lot of videos with Johnny in them, but if I haven't done Johnny Marr yet, then he's definitely on the list and will be covered at some point in the future. So thank you for that, Johnny Marr username. But Johnny Marr will probably be here in the future. I know that it is on the list there somewhere. But thank you for that donation. And where are we? Is it 5 to 1 already in the morning here? So we've maybe got 20 minutes left. What I'm going to do is I wanted to quickly show Wanted Dead or Alive because of the cover that we did tonight, and I want to try and challenge myself to remember it. Certainly the intro is a little bit more involved and I might have a go at doing that, I'm not sure. I'm going to prop up my guitar, which makes it a lot more awkward to play, but here we go. So if you want to learn Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi, the only chord that I think you might struggle with is the F that is in there. So we have a D. Make sure this can be heard but isn't too distorted. We're just going to have to go with that. So we've got a little bit of sus4 action here. We've got and sus2 like that. So the strumming's okay. You can just play this D into this C add 9 into the G, and that's it. Here's the complicated bit, G, F to the D. So it's just that little change down to the F that you might struggle with if you're just starting out playing. But these chords, I mean, G add 9 by the way, C add 9 by the way, is like a G, but with your first and your second finger on the A string and the D string rather than the low E string and the A string. So just move them down the string and you'll find that chord, and that's it. If you want to, you can place in open A to the B like that. I think that's something that's in the song, into the G, F, D, like that. And that's pretty much it. When you get into the chorus, C add 9, G, F, D. And there's always this kind of sus4, which is just putting your little finger on. And sus2, take your second finger off. back into the D. Holding it and playing it with the pick is difficult, but chorus. C add 9, G, F, D. And that's it. That's your whole song. So it's quite a good one if you're learning to play bar chords and you want to be able to change to that F quite quickly. If you're just learning your D, your C add 9. I mean, C add 9 is a really kind chord because of the fact it's exactly the same as the G, just moving fingers down. So now the intro, that's a whole other kettle of fish. Trying to get through that because okay, I think on the cover I might be in E flat, because here, in order okay, I'm trying to play this with the guitar up like this is going to be tricky. So we've got our second finger, 14th fret of your G, first finger, high E string is going to be 13th fret, and you play you're playing an open D string, G, high E string, back to the G. So it's that, like that. So you'll have to look out that you don't hit that B string by accident. You can rest your little finger down. I can't do it this angle because it's upright. My fingers are really vertical, but we've got this. We move down. Okay, so now we've got second finger and third finger, 12th fret. Always the same picking here on that right hand. Down another 2 frets, keep that same relationship. So far we've got okay, we're just about getting there. So now we've gone into a slightly different formation. This is exactly the same as we start out at. And we're picking D string. And now you can see the second finger is still on the G. Still on the G and the high E string. But now we're on the 9th fret with the second finger. And here we're on the 8th fret with the first finger. And then we have a big shift down here. 5th fret. Same relationship here. Here, I'm actually now barring my first finger. It would be exactly the same as when we started in this formation, but I now bar that first finger because we want the ability to play the last section, which is more of a chord sound. We're not picking between strings, we're now strumming across those strings. So just bar that first finger and you'll be absolutely fine with that. And that's pretty much it. Let's see if I can remember what I just did. And there it is. Played in an awkward position. But yeah, I might have a go at playing it here. There we go, that's it, kind of up to speed on an electric. Obviously it's played on acoustic as well, so you'll find that when you're playing it on acoustic you get a little bit more space, a little bit more leeway because it tends to be a little bit bigger on the fretboard, and yeah, it's going to be slightly tighter playing on an electric guitar. But that is how that went, and I just wanted to cover that. Sometimes I like to try and remember things and just challenge myself to remember a song in a very short space of time, but that was all right. We did it in about 5 minutes, something like that, but it's because it's quite a simple song with the chord progression down at the bottom as well. But that was the rundown. The rundown's a little bit more advanced if you want to have a go at that, because you have got that string skipping, and it's very important to get your pick going in the right direction as well. And when I'm playing through here, if I'm going up to, turn up a little bit, I'm going down, down, up. Down, down, up, down. As I down, down, up, down, 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 down, down. So the direction of picking down, down, up, down is what I'm doing. You can go down, down, up, up if you want to, but there might be a chance of catching that B string accidentally, so I just make sure with the final pick being a down of that sequence. Anyway, that was that, and let me just jump into that. Orlando, super chat window, Orlando has donated $2. Thank you for that, and the message is Zach Wild plays guitar in the upright style. So thank you for that, Orlando. And this is the thing that when you're playing solos, for example, like this, I mean, chord shapes are, especially kind of any picking, especially if it's supposed to be done on an acoustic guitar, any kind of picking like this is kind of more difficult on electric just because of the size, but also I'm supporting the weight of the guitar. I haven't got a strap. So what you'll find is that if people are playing vertically like this, I can put the strap on and it's all twisted up, which is going to be a bit of a pain, but I put it on anyway and try not to wreck the mic as I do it. As soon as you've now got your strap here, it sits naturally. I don't have to hold it. Whereas when you're holding the guitar in the air and trying to play, that's where it's more difficult. So kind of playing like this, and also with the solos, I'll keep it in D. So we're going all of this. You can do all of your stretches. All of the stretches are fine. In fact, kind of going up. Because the guitar is more vertical, it means that you can now stretch further with your hand than as if it was straight down, and now you're having to stretch across. So sometimes players, when they want to get their technique down, this is something that I mentioned about Slash as well. He puts his leg up on the foldback monitor at the front of the stage, because now you can see how solid the guitar is. I'm not even holding it, it's sitting in this position. And this is what classical players do for technique, so that the fretboard doesn't move. So when you are playing something that's a little bit faster without... all of the playing, you don't have to worry about the guitar moving around too much. So it's something that you can look out for when Slash starts to play something a little bit more technical, and you think that he's just looking cool because he's getting his guitar up there. He's getting it into a really nice position for technique so that he can get all of his runs really nice and clean, and he's basically putting his electric guitar into a classical playing position, and that's what's going on there. But this is a huge part of it, is having the strap in order to pop the guitar up so that it still supports its own weight. But because I didn't have the strap on, that's where, if you're holding the guitar up and trying to support the weight of it and playing, it's a lot more challenging, let me say. But anyway, thank you, Orlando, for that. And Cindy has donated $10 as well. Thank you for this, Cindy. The message is, hi Phil, love you and fellow wingers. Your demo of Bon Jovi is, as you say, spot on. Thank you for sharing your immense talent with a peace symbol, a heart and a guitar. So thank you for that, Cindy, and the kind words as well. And Tortoro Porco is back again in that super chat window, and the donation's $3. Thank you for that. The message is, are you a fan of Cornish pasties? So I would be. They have white potato in them more often than not. That's quite a large part of the ingredients, or at least I think it is. It's kind of meat and potato in there, and I can't have white potato, so it's something that doesn't agree with me. So unfortunately, as much as I have had one before and they are very nice indeed, I would eat them if I could, but yeah, I have to avoid those just for my own body needs, or just giving myself an easier time and not kind of eating stuff that my body just has problems digesting. So yeah, I do like them, but I can't eat them, unfortunately. Or I could, but it's just not worth it. Same thing with lots of other foods, like fish is something that I do like, but I don't eat because of the same reasons. I've got just things that, for some reason my body just doesn't like, which is a shame. But it's kind of good in one way, in that a lot of the stuff that my body doesn't like is, white potato, like chips, all of the things that go with white potato, like crisps or potato chips, as you call them over in the USA, aren't particularly good for you either. And here's a little factoid. With crisps, potato chips, they are the most, and basically the starch in white potatoes erode teeth the most, apart from sugar. I think that's right. I know that it's the second most erosive thing to teeth. So it might be something that has helped me with my teeth and not having fillings and all that kind of stuff. The fact that I don't eat white potato, I know that it is very bad for decay and all that kind of stuff. But it's also good for me diet-wise that I can't have chips or potato chips, all that kind of stuff. It means that I can stay pretty lean, because I think a lot of weight is put on. And I don't drink alcohol either. I don't like the taste, but even if I did like the taste, it's another one of those things that I think my body doesn't like particularly anyway. So yeah, I am kind of forced to have quite a good diet, or a clean diet. But anyway, thank you for that, Tortoro Porco. And I am just going to get things going with the pictures, because it's 1:10 here in the morning already, and we're at 240 likes. So let's have a quick spike of the likes. We've got 5 minutes to get 15 people to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, then it would be much appreciated if you could do that before the end of the live stream, and as soon as possible. Right, I'm going to now get rid of myself and everything on the screen, because we're going to jump into the pictures for tonight. And thank you guys for uploading these to the Wings of Pegasus supporters group over on Facebook. And again, thank you Carla and Vince for linking me to these pictures. So first of all, we're going to be taking a look at Patrick, who has his CD here, and he's holding it up, and he's sporting a cool John Denver t-shirt as well. And John Denver is being analysed on the channel here somewhere, if you guys want to check that out independently. But thank you, Patrick, for uploading this video and for ordering the CD and showing it to the camera as well. That is much appreciated. And we have Nancy, who has taken a picture here of all of her merchandise. She's really merched up with the t-shirts and the necklaces that Carla makes over at wingsofpegasus.com /merch. You can find the necklaces over there. And I did read the message that went with this, and there's a picture of her cat, who I think has passed on, sadly. Pumpkin Moonshine is the name, and also you can see there's the signed Crosby. I think this is actually Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. So Neil Young is on there as well. I think it's a little bit small on my screen, but I think we can see there are 4 signatures on there. So really cool stuff, really cool little bit of memorabilia there, and having it signed and everything. But also thank you for buying the merchandise and for including Pumpkin Moonshine in that picture as well. So thank you for that, Nancy. And last but not least, we have Bev, the resident artist, with Donald has joined Bev in this picture with the rock horns, and also holding the CD, which has arrived as well, which is great. So thank you for ordering that one. And you can see that also there is a picture, and I think this is, from trying to look at it, it's Ian Gillan, and I think yeah, obviously it's got to be a Mr. Iommi as well. So I think that's it. Hopefully I have got that correct. It is really small on my screen, but if that is correct, then it just I'm sorry if that is not. And I've got that incorrectly, but I'm hoping that I've actually got that correct with everything. I'm really hoping if that is even a word, but I'm hoping that I have got that right. And Bev, thank you so much as well. Bev has done a portrait of myself and sent it over to me as well. So a massive thank you to Bev for doing that and sending it over and doing such an amazing job. And that is something that she did send through for my parents as well. So thank you for that. It is much appreciated. And yes, hopefully that is indeed Tony. and Ian. It's gotta be. I mean, it is such a great likeness. Thank you, Bev, for that donation, and well, for the donation really to the cause of a picture of me, because it's something that I don't really get, and I'm just blown away by the artistic ability that we have actually in the live chat room. There is quite a lot of artistry going on, so thank you everyone for your pictures. And I know that we've had Karen who's done some cartoons as well and sent those in, so thank you guys for all of the artistic work that you do get involved with and send to the channel and upload to the Wings of Pegasus supporters page over on Facebook. But we are now going to be hopefully bringing things back to me. If I can click on all the right buttons, hopefully it's going to work. And we are now back, and we are now set up, hopefully, fingers crossed, for the pick roulette for tonight. And just before we do, I can see that Carl has donated $5. Thank you for this, Carl. And the message is: adding to the Cross the Pond Fund for a future Phil Fest or Phil Apalooza when travel permits. So thank you for that, Carl. Donation. And I'm going to be leaving you guys again in order to have a little look at the pick roulette for tonight. And let me just make sure that I'm clicking everything, and hopefully this is going to work. Fingers crossed it is, and I'll see you guys in a second. Rock! So let's have a little look if this appears on screen, and it has done. We haven't done one of these in a while, but it looks like everything is still working. And just to point out that you might be able to see going through that on the wheel, you can see 3 kind of black hearts, I think they are, and that's the t-shirt. So just Carla's put that on there to make it a little bit more obvious where the t-shirt is. So just to let you guys know, if we land on the t-shirt, then we have another spin for the t-shirt roulette wheel, which I think is a different wheel. It has the t-shirt roulette entrance on there, but if it lands on a name, then you are going to take away a Wings of Pegasus signed pick, and it will get sent off to you. So what we do, and what we have always done, is give the names a bit of a shuffle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's the shuffle, and I'm going to click it. We're going to give it a spin, and we're going to see who's going to win. So let's see what happens here. Whose lucky night is it tonight, or day, or morning, whatever the time is where you are. Okay, we're coming through. I didn't pick my top tip to win, but that doesn't matter. Here we go through. And Nalita's just got through. Kevin, Rick, Laurie, Joan, Shawnee Key. Is it going to get as far as Barbara or maybe Brianna? And it's just gone over into Brianna's. Is it going to stop? And there we have it. So congratulations to Brianna, who is the winner for tonight. And Brianna has won a Wings of Pegasus signed pick, the very pick that I have been using to demonstrate Wanted Dead or Alive earlier on, but also play through a few things earlier. So I will show that to the camera in a second. But congratulations, Brianna. So now what happens is Brianna has to let herself be known in that live chat room in order for Carla to organise everything, to get everything sent off to you as well, to swap details, all that kind of stuff. And then the pick will be on its way to you. So congratulations to Brianna. And by the way, we've just passed the likes for next week's pick roulette. So make sure that you type I agree. Brianna, make yourself known in that live chat room. Congratulations and commiserations to those who didn't win tonight but were on that wheel. The good thing is, and the good thing for Orlando, is that there's going to be another one coming your way next Tuesday on next Tuesday's live stream. So make sure that you now type I agree in capital letters, tag Carla in that as well. And it's Carla Murray. So what I'm going to do, I always do this just to give you guys an idea of how to do it. You type the at symbol that you put on an email, and then Carla, and then her name pops up, Carla Murray. Click on her name, and then click on the text box again and type I agree in capital letters, and I'm putting lots of exclamation marks behind it just to get it to stand out. So you will see that in maybe about 30 seconds going through the live chat room, just so you guys know how to get your name on next week's Pick Roulette. And that's what you have to type. So everybody type I agree. We're getting to the end of the live stream now, so it's all a little bit of a rush. But before we do get to the end, I think I might have a little look on Patreon. Play another video so that you guys have got a little bit more time to type I agree. Let me have a little look down the list and see. Just pick out one at random. I think maybe Paris Nord seems to have been requested a little bit. Deborah requested that one, and also Billy at the top of the list there. Teresa. Okay, so we'll have a little look at Paris Nord, Joan as well. So we'll have a little listen to this, and while this is playing, type I agree, because we will be ending the live stream after we have completed this. And please don't post your I agree more than once. Just do it once. And I think Carla's about to go through the live chat room just saying that. Just do it once, type I agree, and then you'll get your name on that Pick Roulette for next week. So let's jump into my song called Paris Nord. I hope you guys enjoy this, and then we'll be wrapping things up after this has finished. You can still hit that thumbs up if you want to, and I'll see you guys after this. Rock! there we have it. That was my song called Paris Nord. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. All of my music you can find over at wingsofpegasus.com/music. If you want to pick it up there, you can get tracks individually or get my album, which is called Persistence. You can also go to Amazon or iTunes, but it's better for me if you go to my website because then I don't have to give away a percentage. So we're going to be wrapping things up for tonight, and thank you for typing I agree, everybody. We're now calling an end to the live stream, so if you haven't typed in I agree, unfortunately might not quite make it onto the next week's live stream pick roulette wheel. So we'll be doing another one next week, which is great. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up and for getting involved on the Pick Roulette Likes goal, because we have made it. It always makes it a little bit more interesting to be giving away some, well, I say some stuff. Let me quickly lean over to get the pick, because I did say that I'd show it to the screen. There we have the Wings of Pegasus on one side and then the signature Some Guy on the other side. So thank you for joining me tonight, guys. Final look into that live chat room. We've been joined by Totoro Porco, Patrick, Walter, Laurie, moderating Nolita, Constantia, Beth, John in there, and and I'm not sure about that next username. Beth and Carrie and Jennifer and Deborah and Corey and Lisa and Chai Lover as well, and Michelle. So thank you guys for joining me tonight. And it always makes it interesting. I looked into that live chat room at just the right time to be calling things to a close. So thank you everyone for that. And I can see that a donation, even though it's right at the end of the live stream, a donation just came in on PayPal. So thank you for that, Orlando, again, which Orlando says, thank you, fellow super chatters. Great job reaching the goal. Rock with lots of rock horns. So thank you for that, Orlando. A donation right at the end. So I'll see you guys again very soon. I'm going to be live streaming on Saturday again. And as for the live analysis tomorrow night, that's not going to happen. But I will be doing a video of some description tomorrow night. It might just be a standard analysis video. It'll be good just to do another video on Wednesday, and then yeah, we'll be live again on Saturday night, so make sure that you tune in for that if you are available. So everybody stay as safe as possible. By the way, here in the UK, I think this is the first day that we've had 0 coronavirus deaths here, so things are moving in the right direction, and I hope that things can improve where you guys are and all around the world. Hopefully everywhere can start to get a bit of a control on this COVID thing, but things certainly are improving here. So follow your government's guidelines, stay distanced, isolated, wear your masks, all that kind of stuff if that's what the government's telling you to do. And I will catch you guys at the next one. Thank you to the catch-up crew as well. If you're watching this in the future, you can still hit that thumbs up. It really does help this video to get out there and for the live streams to get out there as well, and for the channel to grow as a whole. So thank you guys for hitting that thumbs up and for subscribing. I will catch you guys at the next one. Stay safe and just be good to one another, and I'll catch you guys at the next video. Rock!